it's Carrie here from Super Vibes, and thank you so much for joining me this week as we continue our exploration of using mudra for meditation and yoga. Today we are working with Jnana Mudra. Jnana Mudra is the mudra of wisdom. This mudra helps to invoke a quality of lightness in the heart, an opening to receive the wisdom of the divine that resides within each of us. It also calms the mind and brightens the spirit. Seems pretty appropriate that we work with the mudra of wisdom at this time as we're moving toward making some big decisions about what we want in our country and in the world moving forward. So the way that we create this mudra is to turn the palms facing up, and we're just going to touch the tip of the index finger to the tip of the thumb, and then the other three fingers spread. Then we can simply place the hands so that they're facing palms up on the thighs. So let's go ahead and take a moment to center with our mudra of wisdom. Whenever you're ready, gently close the eyes or take the gaze down. Let yourself feel the roots of your seat. So if you're sitting on the floor or in the chair, just bring your awareness to your sit bones and connect to the grounding of the sit bones against the earth. Feel a sense of rootedness down through the legs and into the feet. From there, gently lift the rib cage off of the pelvis and start to create a little bit more length in the spine up through the crown of the head. Let your awareness come to the breath. And as you're breathing, just start to feel the external world fall away. As you bring your awareness to that deep reservoir of wisdom that resides within, the wisdom of the divine. And with each exhalation, imagine that you're just letting go of one more layer of physical tension, one more layer of worried thought, one more layer of difficult emotion. And let yourself connect to that light within, the light of the divine. And as you're ready, create the intention to listen deeply to the wisdom that is rising up in you as you move through your practice today. And maybe even ask yourself, what is the wisdom that is ready to be known in me? What are the messages that I am ready to receive? And just let yourself be present to whatever comes up as we work through our stress management practice today. Now, whenever you're ready, let yourself get a little longer through the spine, through the head, through the neck. On an inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, gently drop the chin toward the chest. Let yourself feel a gentle stretch in the back of the neck. On your next inhale, bring the head back to neutral. And as you exhale, drop the left ear toward the left shoulder, letting the right side of the neck gently open, and breathe. Let an inhale bring you back to neutral. And as you exhale, drop the right ear toward the right shoulder. Feel the left side of the neck gently open. Breathing. Let an inhale bring you back to center. Simply pause here in the movement. Let the breath move and relax the shoulders. Now on your next inhale, gently shrug the shoulders toward the ears. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders completely. This time on the inhale, shrug the shoulders and squeeze them slightly forward, spreading the shoulder blades on the back. And then as you exhale, relax the shoulders. We'll do one more shrug here. This time, squeeze the shoulders back as you inhale, opening the heart space. And on the exhale, relax the shoulders. From here, place the palms on the knees and start to roll the shoulders in circles. Keep the breath moving as we wiggle the tension out of these shoulders. Remember, the exhale is where we really get that deep release of tension. And then when you're ready, go ahead and change direction of your circles, taking 2 or 3 circles in each direction. When you feel even and ready to move on, let yourself relax the shoulders. Bring the awareness into the hands. Take a moment to lift the hands away from the thighs, letting the elbows rest against the rib cage. From here, just begin to move from the joints of the wrist. You can find 2 or 3 circles in each direction. Take some time to extend and squeeze the hands and wiggle the fingers. And then press the palms together, lift the elbows, and then just gently press the right hand so that the wrist on the left side gets a little stretch. And come back to center, gently press the left hand into the right so that the right wrist receives a little stretch. And then come back to center and just take a couple of circles in that prayer wheel. So the palms of the hands touch and then the backs of the hands touch as we spin the wrists 2 or 3 times in each direction. And then when you're ready, give the hands a little shake, shaking off that tension and stress. And then let the hands come to rest in your lap. From here, we're going to do our knees to chest pose. So this again can be done seated or working on the mat. So if you're working on the floor, you'll go ahead and extend your legs out in front of you. And if you're working in the chair, you can bring your feet to flat. Wherever you are, simply sit nice and tall, finding lots of length through the spine. Let's take a moment to move the feet, pointing and flexing those toes, finding some circles in the ankles, wiggling the toes. And then on your next exhale, go ahead and fold the right knee into the body. So you can take the hands behind the thigh or to the shin. Be mindful of the knees. And then lengthen up through the spine. Let yourself be here for a couple of breaths. See if you can find balance left to right in your sit bones, lifting the heart. Taking 2 or 3 more deep breaths. Releasing the tension in the hip and the lower back. Now from here, we're going to move right into our twist. So we're going to take that right foot and just cross it over the left leg. Or if you're seated in a chair, you can cross the right thigh over the left. We're going to keep the left hand on the leg, and the right hand will be your base of support. So you're going to bring that right hand down onto the ground next to that right hip or into your chair. Now as you inhale, find some more length in the spine so you're sitting nice and tall. Draw the navel in. As you exhale, just turn the body to the right. Let the twist come from the low belly. Gradually let it work its way all the way up to the spine, in the middle back, the upper back, the neck, and we're just very gently turning the head. Now, if you'd like, you can take that left hand and find our mudra, and then take the elbow to the outside of the right thigh. We only want to do this if we can do it without losing the length in the spine and without straining the energy. Maybe there's a little bit more twist here for you as you breathe. Maybe there's a little bit more length that you can invite into the body. Maybe you turn the head a bit more and take the gaze over that right shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. Now when you feel ready, take the left arm, reach it up and around, bring it back down, and then extend the right leg or place the right foot back onto the floor. Wherever you are, bring your hands onto the surface upon which you're seated and press the hands down so that you can feel the heart lift. The feet can be flat on the floor if you're working in a chair, or flexed if you're seated on the ground. Let yourself take a deep breath. And then on your exhale, bring the left knee into the body. So we're taking a moment again here to stretch the hip and the lower back. The hands can go behind the thigh or to the shin as you draw the heel toward the buttocks, any amount. Let the shoulders roll back as you lift the heart and find the breath. Level on those sits bones, relaxed in the shoulders and the jaw. And when you feel ready, we'll move right into our twist, taking the left foot, crossing it over the right leg if you're seated on the mat. If you're working in the chair, simply crossing the left leg over the right. We'll keep the right hand on the leg, and now the left hand becomes our base of support. As we press the left hand down into the chair or the ground, we feel the heart lift and we invite more space into the spine. Let yourself take a deep breath, and on your exhale, begin to turn the body to the left. So again, we're rotating from the lower base of the spine, low belly, and then the rib cage, the chest, the shoulders, and the head turns last. And we also have that option to find the mudra on the right hand, and then take that elbow to the right leg. Or sorry, that's the left leg. Elbow to the left leg. Inhale to get a little bit longer, and then turn a little bit more. Maybe the gaze looks over the left shoulder. Letting ourselves take a few breaths here in this twist, using the exhales to release the tension. And from here, whenever you're ready, begin to sweep the right arm up and around as you unwind the spine to come back to center. Planting both hands on the surface beneath you, Extending the left leg if you're working on the mat, bringing the left foot back to flat if you're seated in a chair. Pressing down into those hands once again as we lift the heart, finding the length in the spine. Let yourself take a few moments here just to breathe. Now from here, if you're working in a chair, go ahead and bring the feet a little bit wider, flat on the ground, and begin to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. If you're working on the mat, you can take your hands slightly behind you. Just lean back a little bit. Let the elbows be soft and open the heart space so the shoulders are resting on the back. We're going to bend the knees and put the feet flat on the mat, nice and wide. And from here, we're just going to slowly rock those legs from side to side. So we're wiggling a little bit of space into those hip joints as we work with our internal and external rotation. Maybe a little bit bigger windshield wiper if that works for you. And you'll feel a gentle twist here in the spine, the lower back, the middle back, as the pelvis rocks from side to side, following the legs. So you can keep it really small or you can make it big. You decide what works best in your body today. Just imagine, just like your windshield wipers on your car, you're wiping away the muck and clearing the space for that wisdom to rise up within. When you feel ready, make your way back to center. If you're working in the chair, simply take a moment to rest. And if you're working on the mat, we're going to go ahead and transition now to the hands and knees. Some of you might like to place a blanket or something soft underneath the knees to support any discomfort that might come up. So as you make your way to your hands and knees, you're going to press your shins down into the ground. Spread your fingers and gently grip the mat with your fingertips. Soften your elbows so that they're not locked, but let the eyes of the elbows shine forward. Now, if you're working in a chair here, you're simply going to place your hands on your kneecaps. We're going to begin by rounding the spine. So wherever you are, start to feel your tailbone curl under. And let the spine follow that as you rounding the shoulders, the upper back, letting the chin drop toward the chest. And then from here, we're just going to do the opposite shape with the spine. So we're going to start to tilt the pelvis back. We're going to let the back arch now. Roll the shoulders back. Let the heart lift. Take the gaze forward and slightly up. So this is our inhale here. And then as we exhale, we move back into that counter pose, curling the tail under, rounding the back, rounding the shoulders, and dropping the chin toward the chest. So we can take a few of these at our own breath pace here. Inhaling as you arch and open the heart space, and exhaling as you curl under and round. We use this pose to undulate the spine, continuing to work tension out of the body all along that vertebral column. When you feel ready, let yourself take a moment to pause at center. We're going to move into child's pose here. So those of you who are working in the chair, you're simply going to rest your forearms on your thighs and let your head get heavy as you fold slightly forward. If you're working on the mat today, you can bring your toes together and your knees apart and drop your hips back toward your heels any amount. From there, go ahead and let your forearms drop down to the mat. And it might be that you want to stack the hands underneath the forehead, maybe in fists, If you can drop the hips a little lower, you might stack flat hands under the forehead. Or you may even be able to straighten the arms and let the head rest on the earth. So finding your way into your child's pose, whatever feels appropriate for you today. And then finding that breath. Taking a moment to feel the breath moving the back body here, expanding the ribs around the back of the body as you inhale, and feeling that gentle surrender as you exhale. We're going to be here for just a few more breaths. As you continue to let the breath move, continue to let yourself let go of whatever obstacles might be preventing you from accessing that deep, deep wisdom. Doubt, fear, worry, complacency, frustration. All of those things can be like brick walls that we're trying to move through. So for now, know that you are safe, and in this moment, all is well, right here in your practice on your mat. So let those things fall away and let yourself listen, really listen to the wisdom within. Maybe even ask yourself that question once again. What do I need to pay attention right now? What is that wisdom that's rising up in me? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and work your way back to a neutral position. So if you're working on the chair, go ahead and sit nice and tall, and then begin to position your body so that you're comfortable for relaxation. And if you're working on the mat, feel free to lie flat on your back, using any props, pillows, blankets, to support the body for comfort. And if you are needing an incline or you need to sit with some extra propping for our progressive relaxation, go ahead and take a moment to honor that as well. So as you find your comfortable resting position, take a moment to find that mudra, gently touching the tip of the thumb to the tip of the index finger. And then just let the other 3 fingers soften into a comfortable position. So we're continuing to use our mudra, but in a soft and relaxed way. And then from here, just let your awareness come to the breath. Take a moment to feel the expansive inhale, the release of the exhale. And with each exhalation, let yourself drop deeper into that sense of ease, peeling away the layers of obstacles, and dropping into that deep inner reservoir of wisdom. As you inhale, feel the front body rise. And as you exhale, feel the back body soften into the earth a bit more. So that we are held and supported by the earth. And rising towards source at the same time. Deeply rooted, stable, and nurtured by this planet. So that we have the strength, the courage, and the faith to rise up and meet source. And to surrender to the divine that exists within. Feel that softness move over you as you continue to relax and let go. As you soften through the toes and the fingers, through the legs and the arms, through the pelvis and your long spine. Let yourself relax more. Feel the head cradled and soften all the features of your face. Relaxing and sending a sense of ease to the internal organs. Sending a sense of ease to the sense organs. Bring your awareness to the center of the forehead, the ajna, the energy center of the third eye space. And let yourself drop into your intuition, the wisdom of the divine that is within. And as you sense this gentle mudra, ask yourself once again, what is the wisdom for me to know today, in this moment? What is rising up? And allow yourself to deeply listen. As you're breathing here, begin to notice any noises in the background. Notice the sensations against your skin. Any smell or taste inside the mouth. Let yourself take a deep breath through the nose and sigh the breath out through the mouth. Take a moment to wiggle the fingers. Maybe move the wrists, the toes, and the ankles. Turn the head from side to side if that feels appropriate for you. And if you're working reclined or lying on your back, that's fine. You can stay there. Or if you want to rise up for our final meditation, gently bend the knees, roll to one side. And when you feel ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. If you're seated in a chair with the legs elevated, you can take a moment to bring the feet flat to the floor. We're going to finish with alternate nostril breathing today. So take a moment to bring the right hand to the face. Bring the index finger and the middle finger inward to the palm. Let the breath move through both nostrils. Now as you inhale through both nostrils. And on your next exhale, press the right thumb into the right nostril to exhale from the left side. And then inhale from the left side. Now release the right thumb, but press the ring finger into the left nostril and exhale from the right side. Inhale from the right. Switch nostrils and exhale from the left. Inhale from the left. Switch nostrils and exhale from the right. Continue with this practice, alternating just before the exhale. And then when you're ready, let your right hand come to rest, bringing both hands into our Jnana Mudra, with the tips of the index fingers gently touching the tips of the thumbs. The other three fingers gently spreading, resting the hands, palms facing up. Taking just another moment to connect to the wisdom of the divine within. And whenever you're ready, bring the hands together at heart center. The light in me sees and honors that same light in each of you, the light of the divine, the light of wisdom. Thank you so much for joining me today for this practice. Namaste.